Many of us have girlfriends, moms, or sisters that we love to spoil with gifts to the salon or other pampering places. And the Ticket Trio stamp set will help you make the perfect card to present that type of gift and so much more. If you need a stamp set with all the basics, this is the set for you. With everything from birthday and anniversary greetings to welcoming a new baby or wishing a friend a speedy recovery, this stamp set by Tammy Mayberry has it all. I love to go on stamping weekends with friends, and one of the things I adore about this stamp set is that it has all the greetings I'll need, along with cute little frames to mix and match with any other set I bring. Although this set works perfectly with many of the Spellbinders labels and tags dies, you can easily cut a rectangle and notch the corners with the tonic ticket tag punch to create perfect frames that match. So today on Stamp TV, I'm going to show you a fun little card sketch using this set and our new Love Letters pattern paper pack. Let me show you the tools and products you need to do this card. First, you're going to need some cardstock, and I'm using 3 of the Gina K Designs Pure Luxury cardstock colors. First, I'm using the white, and then I have some of the black onyx and some of our innocent pink. You're also going to need some buttons, and these are our Tickled Pink button collection, our button box, and these match our innocent pink cardstock perfectly. Then you're going to need some ribbon, and I'm using some black and white 5/8 of an inch gingham ribbon, along with some baker's twine, and this is the We Are Memories baker's twine in black and white. You're going to need a marker. This is the Bic Market marker in Peach Parfait, and I'm using a little bit of glitter here. This is the Sakura glitter pen, this Clear Star pen, and I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to the crown image that I'm going to stamp. And then I have 2 images here from the Ticket Trio stamp set. This is the little tiny crown, and then this is the one that says Queen for a Day. I'm also using some black Memento ink and a couple of 1/4 inch pop dots to pop up part of this panel, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that in just a minute. So let's start with a small piece of cardstock and some of this tuxedo black ink. I'm going to begin by stamping the Queen for a Day image down at the bottom of this piece of cardstock, like that. And then I'm going to put the little crown right on top using black ink as well. And that's going to go right up here. There we go. So now I have my little image done, and you're going to love how clean and quick and simple this whole project is. Now I want to color that image. I'm going to color parts of it with that Peach Parfait marker, which you'll find really matches nicely with our innocent pink cardstock. So I'll just put that out so you can see that. I'm just going to color these little circles in here on the crown. And then the little hearts. And these are the ultra fine point markers. I like these for working with tiny images like this. Gives you nice smooth color, but you can get into the smallest spots. And then I'm going to glitz that up a little bit with some of this Clear Star pen by coloring in the other areas with just glitter. So this might be a little hard to see sparkle here because we have lights that kind of cut the glare. So they also cut the sparkle a little bit, but you might be able to see a little bit of that coming down onto the, see that little bit of shine I'm getting from that? So there, now my crown is all sparkly and ready for the Queen. So my next step is going to be to add this panel onto a piece of black onyx. So although that takes just a second to dry, I'm going to just gently press it down here and put a little bit of tape on the back and attach that to that black onyx panel, like that. Now this whole panel is going to go on top of this innocent pink panel, but not just yet. Next I'm going to add a nice little embellishment, and I'm going to do that with some of this black gingham. You will need a pair of scissors to cut down your ribbon. And then I want to add a button to this as well. So let me attach this to the back with a little bit of adhesive. I'm going to put the one side down and then flip it over so I can position it so it's nice and straight. There we go. Now, a little trick with the baker's twine. You really don't need to buy single color baker's twine if you already have the multicolor baker's twine. I like having the black and white, the red and white, the lime green and white. I think that those are fun. But sometimes I just want black or I just want white. But all I have to do is just untwist it, because this is two ribbons twisted together, and they just untwist very easily, and then you just have a single piece of baker's twine, and that's all you need. This way you don't have to have 9 million different spools of solids and mixes in your collection. Just grab the mixes. It's very easy to separate them. Now I'm going to find a button in here. I saw one earlier that I really liked. Oh, here it is. It kind of has a little bit of an argyle look to it. Isn't that cute? And you never know what you're going to get in your button box, so it's fun to look through them all because there's all different kinds and you're going to find uses for all of them. Now I'm going to slip this piece of baker's twine under this piece of ribbon. And then I like this button. It's only got 2 holes. That makes it a little bit easier to work with. Although even if it has 4 holes, you only need to use 2 of them. And I'm going to flip the button over and stick the other side in. You've seen me do this before. There we go. So my next step is to make sure the button's positioned kind of where I want it. You can slide it though. And then I'm going to pull onto that ribbon. Then you can really slide it down a little bit. I'm going to pull that nice and tight. See how that makes the ribbon gather in the center? Nice and tight, and then I want to tie that into a knot. There we go. And then you can kind of fiddle with it a little bit until you get it where you want it. And then I'm going to put a little bow in. And for this particular project, I just wanted some black baker's twine, so that works just perfectly. I don't need to do anything fancy with that. That is just enough of a little touch there. And then you can trim off the excess. And there is my little buttony bow embellishment. Now, this whole panel is going to go on top of this, and I could put it flat like that if I wanted to, but another fun thing to do when you're doing 3 layers is to have one layer having the panel popped up on top of that last layer. So that is where my 1/4 inch pop dots come in. I'm going to add a 1/4 inch pop dot on each corner here. I'll have to move that one that I just laid down because that's going over the edge. So we'll do that. Just move that down a little bit. Take all these little pieces off. And now I can position that onto my innocent pink panel. And that gives it just a fun little raised look. You can see it's raised up there, and it gives it a little bit more dimension for your card project, especially when you're doing a clean and simple project like this where it's not very layer intensive. You can give it a little bit of dimension and depth by adding those pop dots there. Now let me show you my finished card project because there's nothing really hard to do about this part. You'll be able to see it, but I want to show you how pretty the Love Letters pattern paper sets this off. This is a very regal, almost royal looking pattern paper. It is the damask pattern that's done in black and innocent pink. And I just layered that onto a smaller little bit smaller than the card base, piece of white, and then put the whole panel on top of an innocent pink card base. Then I just popped my little focal image and greeting panel right down there in the corner, and you have a clean and simple card that you can add a pampering gift card inside, or any kind of gift card that you think your queen for a day would enjoy. Try using the Ticket Trio stamp set to make an all-occasion collection of cards and give them as a gift to friends. Or make a little date night card and pop in a gift card to your local movie theater and surprise your Valentine with a fun night out.